ready to parade to the post. Tonight's second race is the second leg of the Ohio Sired event, sponsored by Steeplechase Village Luxury Rentals, and a field of 8 led by the 1 AJ Supertramp, owned by Virgil Morgan Jr., driven by Brad Hanners. Here's the 2 Active Jim, owned by Tom York and Robert Melsheimer, driven and trained by the Gottlieb's Horseman of the Week, Dave Rankin. 3 is MOHAWK ROSEQUEEN, owned by Michael Sowers. The reinsman is Dan Ader. Number 4, Lucky Joss, owned by James Pageon, Patrick Sibler, and Donald Breeze. Frank Todd Jr. will be aboard. 5 is FAX-LINE, owned by Jerome Rini, and the bike, Hugh Beatty Jr. 6 is Chester, owned and driven by Terry Van Rhoden. 7 Hills Night Games, owned by Paul Zink and John Evans, driven by Jeff Fout. Rounding it out, number 8, Wiggle Room, leased by Pat Koneski. John Koneski III will be in the sulky. Field for tonight's second race, exact and trifecta wagering. Dave Rankin, this week's Gottlieb's Horseman of the Week. Gottlieb's located at 2110. Field for tonight's second race at the gate and moving through the clubhouse turn. Field is now in motion. And there they go. They're off and trotting. A little bit rough. Lucky Josh is off stride between horses. Maybe a bit of confusion in behind as Frank Todd tries to get him to the outside and does, and everybody is okay. On the way to the quarter-mile pole, the filly takes off with a 2-length advantage. MOHAWK ROSEQUEEN. AJ Supertramp comes to the outside early on second. Active Jim tucked in there nicely third. He'll be engulfed here to the pocket as Hills Night Games is on the move for Jeff Fout by the opening quarter in 30 seconds flat. Trotters come past the stands. We're back in the 5th, and it's FAX-LINE. Underway from 6th, the Chestnut Chester. Here comes Wiggle Room to the outside. Far back after the break, Lucky Josh. Hills Night Games, though, brushes to the front. Hills Night Games under Jeff Fout leads away by 2. Supertramp is in there second. Here comes Active Jim, who can survive the outside journey. Along the rail, MOHAWK ROSEQUEEN to 4th. FAX-LINE is now buried in 5th. Wiggle Room is on the attack. Nothing yet from Long Shot Chester and the breaker Lucky Josh. They're at the half in 101 and 2. Out of the turn and down the backstretch. AJ Supertramp has the lead. First to flush. Coming with a rush, here's Active Jim up on the outside. Active Jim now sticks his nose, his head, his neck in front. Active Jim says goodnight to AJ Supertramp. Opens up 2, 3 lengths, trotting by 3/4. Active Jim is now all alone in 131 and 3. Moving around the far turn. Active Jim by 3 or 4. It's Active Jim on top by a good margin. Wiggle Room is up on the outside of AJ Supertramp. Chester, Lucky Josh on the far outside. They're into the stretch. Under a double purple Baby Nelson, it's all Active Jim. Active Jim is in cruise control right now. Trotting up on the far outside, here comes FAX-LINE. FAX-LINE for the deuce. Active Jim. FAX-LINE very tight for third. Improving Speed and Action called Active Jim. He's by Speed and Action out of the Super Bowl mare You and Me. Owned in Ohio by Thomas York, John, and Robert Melsheimer. Ran and trained by the Gottlieb's Horseman of the Week, Dave Rankin. Covering the mile here in 2:02 and 2. That's a lifetime best for number 2, Active Jim, the unofficial winner. Tier, exacta $9. Trifecta $32.80. The daily double $8.